about to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions.
Hello everyone from my garden in Littlehampton. It's been a while since I put up a video, but I thought it was about time, and I've sort of collected a few bits now for the adventures, for the camping. Some of them I've used, some of them we haven't. So I thought I'd go through it with you and just show you what I've got ready for the adventures. I don't know if it's too windy. It's a bit breezy today, but like I say, I'm down the end. So you can probably hear the palm tree rustling, and you can probably see the stand moving about a little bit. But, so where do we start? So this was already my son's. Well, you've got to have a sleeping bag. You've got to have a sleeping bag, so that was my son's. He had that already. Got another sleeping bag, because we're obviously sleeping in the car to start with. We haven't got a tent at the minute. And we're not van camping at the minute. I haven't got a van, so at the moment it's stealth camping in the car. So we've got another sleeping bag. Actually, this one was loaned to me by my friend Max, who's also coming on the thing. I don't know whether he's trying to take the mickey out of me. It's called Mummy's her Mummy's sleeping bag, not Mummy's sleeping bag, but you never know. You never know with Max. Anyway. So one of them borrowed, the other one bought. I bought these have been up Helvellyn, £18 I paid for them. They're trespass, they're not anything super duper amazing, but for 18 quid, they've taken me up the mountain. It was nice and sunny when we started. By the time we got to the top, it was 100-mile-an-hour winds and blizzards, with the sleet balls, snowballs like hitting you in the face like bullets. It was a good day. That first mountain I've ever climbed. So yeah, the boots, 18 quid off of eBay. I've got one of these bracelets. Max gave me this one. I didn't realise this one had an emergency whistle in it as well. Also, it's got the paracord. I don't know how you undo the paracord on that. That's parachute cord, which you use for putting things up. And it's obviously got this. I didn't know this came out until I read the ones that my daughter bought me, and that's like a little mini saw, although I don't know what you're really going to saw with that. And also, you've got a striker here, and you strike it to light fires. Don't know whether you can see the spark, but it is sparking there. So that's a little bracelet. It's got a whistle, a saw, mini saw, and a firelighter and some paracord on it. That was given to me by Max. Now, this I bought from Amazon. Put the bag in my pocket so I don't blow away. And this I paid £6.99 for. Retro lamp. It's from Amazon, and this thing's incredible, absolutely incredible. It charges up on the USB, so you get the little cord with it as well, which actually looks like the same one as my phone as well. So I might be able to use that in the car. And it's a really good light actually. You've got the orange light on the outside, and then when you get to a certain stage you get the LEDs on the inside. So you can either have it with one, it's just the outside ones, or you can have it with all of them. And this actually does throw off some really good light, and it cost me £6.99. That's all. It's got a power bar thing on the top, so it tells you how much battery you've got in it. And obviously the charging bits there, and I don't know, it's got the charging port there, but then it's got a USB port, so I don't actually know if, I think you can probably charge things from it there, unless it's just a USB to USB, but that looks to me like you can actually charge things off of that as well. So for £6.99 it's a good little lamp. Well chuffed with that. Let's put it in the bag. I like to keep my stuff nice. Let's put that back in there with the lead so I don't lose the lead, because that'll be the next thing. But that is a cool little lamp, and I'm sure when we go caving, I mean for inside the tent it'll be good enough, but for caving as well I think it'll be good. Although, I don't know if I've got the head torches here, but I've also got head torches. So, on the same thing as the bracelet, my daughter bought me 2 of the bracelets with the paracord, the whistles, but these ones have also got compasses in. So I got compasses in too, so there's 2 more there. So I'm not going to run out of fire starters, and hopefully I won't get lost either. Next thing is, obviously, you need one when you're in the car for cooking. This was used once or twice. I've bought it on Facebook Marketplace and I paid a tenner. They're 18 quid brand new in Halfords, but every bit of money when you're starting out that you can save is a good thing. So yeah, I paid a tenner for that, and it actually it looks like it's only been used once. So I've used this a few times now doing the car boot sales, because I make my own coffee rather than pay extortionate prices for the coffees. Or a pot noodle I do at the car boot. The wind's blowing that a little bit, but hopefully it's alright. Yeah, so I do all my pot noodles and the coffees at the car boot as well. So I'm saving money all the time just by having that. If you have that and you want to make your own coffees, you also need your kettle. So we've got a whistling kettle there as well. I think that cost me, I think that was something like 8 quid from Amazon, that was all. So that saved me God knows how much money just by making coffees. And I usually make coffees for, I bump into quite a few subscribers at my car boot that I go to, and I always make them a coffee or give them a cold water or something, so I always look after them when they come and see me. So that's that. I also bought 2 of these tables. They're lightweight tables, lightweight table, little fold up thing, and obviously I wouldn't take both of them if we were in the car, but I can always fit one in with us just to cook on and put food and stuff on. So that's foldable, so that can stay in the car. Obviously if we're going hiking up mountains and stuff, I'll only take the lighter stuff, so I won't be taking the big cooker. Say big cooker, it's not a bit massive cooker. I've also got gas canisters for that, so really cheap to run on gas. Got spare gas cans there. If we're going up the mountains, obviously you take the sleeping bags. You do take a tent if you've got a tent, which I think Max has got a tent, so I think we're all right there. But then I picked up a load of free stuff from a scout hut, and they had a load of gas operated stuff, canister operated stuff. So this is the only thing I kept, I think. Oh no, I kept another one of these, which obviously I'm going to give to one of the lads. So they've got something they can take up and cook with as well. But this, if I can get the lid off, and this had gas in it when I got it, and this did me for about 3 car boot sales. So it didn't cost me anything. The gas didn't cost me a thing. It's obviously, you turn it on, it's not got any gas in it now, like I say, and then it just ignites itself, which is cool. And obviously the gas bottle's in the bottom there. So it's quite compact, not as compact as most people take up. They just take the little bottle and then they take like an even tinier little top bit than this that just screws on. But for me, I'm starting out, I haven't got a lot of money, so all this really for me is going to get me by. I've just got to buy a gas can for that one, which I can do near me. I think the cans for it are about 6 or 7 quid. So that's if we do go up the mountains, or if we take a tent, we are wild camping, then that's what we'll be taking to cook with. I haven't got any pots and pans yet, but the other lads have got pots and pans and stuff we can cook with. I know James has got a Ridge Monkey, so that's all good. I've got another can in here. Yeah, another can. So we've got plenty of gas cans for stuff. I don't think I've got anything else in this one, but I've got a Berghaus. What is it? It's a Berghaus A-Trek 50W, so I would say it's probably a 50 litre backpack. Berghaus is a good make. It's all there, it's got all the pads, it's got a rigid frame in it as well, so it can take the weight. So it's got a framework in the back there, and it's got loads of pockets, all the zippers and bits work on it, loads of zip pockets and everything, straps all work. So I paid £1.50 for that in my local charity shop, which was an absolute bargain, absolute steal. So I will just chuck all my stuff in that when we go, and that'll do us. That'll do us, that one. So obviously for the car camping as well, I've got to make the window covers, but I've got a couple of these bungees so that when I'm going to get a blackout curtain, and I'm also going to make the window covers out of the silver bubble wrap stuff. So I've only got to make one side window either side, and on a Civic the back windows are split, so you've got the main window and then you've got another little bit underneath it, so I've got to make 4 bits. Should be easy enough. And then I've got this bungee which is going to go from one grab rail in the front to the other grab rail in the front, and that's going to hang a curtain over, so that should be good for a blackout curtain. So far that's everything I've got. So I've got stuff to light fires with, I've got stuff to sleep in, I've got stuff to cook with, got the boots. What I need to get is obviously upgrade it all eventually. I need to get a 2-man tent. I've been looking today on Amazon. I'm not interested in spending loads of money to start with. Obviously, you know, I'll get a cheaper tent, a budget tent for now. Obviously I don't want to get one that's going to rain, get wet inside, because I'm going to have my son with me as well. But yeah, we've got a adventure coming up soon, which will be really cool. We're going to North Wales, and I've got the mountain sorted. That we're going to climb. I've just got to sort out the caves, which I'm trying to get finished today, and then sort out obviously the date, which hopefully will be in July. I'm hoping it'll be in July. So yeah, loads to look forward to. So we've got me, we've got Max, and we've got James. We're going to be doing our own things as well, and doing our own stealth wild camps. Obviously the other 2 lads have got like camper vans. James has got a converted van. Max has got also a converted van. He's got the T5. James has got the Vauxhall Vivaro. Both amazing vans. And I've got my Honda Civic. So at the minute we're going to be kipping in the car. So we're stealth camping in the car. Hopefully have the tent before we go away, just in case we want to do a trek and sleep up there. I do want to try going back to Helvellyn when it was the weather that we had before, because it was horrible when we was up there, because it was so cold. I took my gloves off for like 10 seconds and my fingers were freezing, and we didn't expect, it wasn't forecast that it was going to be blizzards up there. It wasn't forecast it was going to be minus however many degrees it was. It must have been minus 20. It was freezing, and yeah, 100 mile an hour winds. None of that was forecast, but what an experience for your first mountain climb. And we've got this North Wales one coming up. If you haven't checked out, we've got Max's channel is Maximus & Co, so I'll link that in the description below. And we've got James, Times with JR. He has just put an amazing video out. He's just come back onto YouTube. He's just put an amazing video out where he done an overnighter in his van, parked up on a beach in Silverdale. So go and check that out, because he's editing on this video is just really good. There's drone footage, and like, it's just nice to see the surrounding area. So go and check him out. Say Times with JR and Maximus & Co. They're the 2 that I'll be going away with and doing some adventures. Also doing them on my own, like I say, or with my son, doing overnighters, stealth camps in the car, wild camps, mountain climbing, caving, whatever we can find to do, we're going to do it. And if it's a challenge, all the better. So that's what we're doing, that's what we're up to. Hopefully the next one will be in July. I've already got a couple of videos up, well, 3 actually. I've got the Helvellyn one, which if you haven't seen it, go and check it out, because you'll see how mental the weather turned each bit you got further up the mountain. Like 1 minute it'd snow, then it'd be sunny again, then it'd be sleeting, then it'd be winds, and then it'd be right. It was just crazy, but it was such an experience. Then we had Cathedral Caves, which was also in the Peak District, along with Helvellyn. And then we did another adventure, just an overnighter, because we're mental. We drove up to the Peak District this time, and yeah, this time we did Thor's Cave, and we had a great park up spot right next to a little babbling brook, and we've done a bit of caving. And Thor's Cave isn't really a caving cave, it's just a sight to see because it's such a beautiful place. But there were a few other caves scattered about. So yeah, if you want to see some adventures, they are going to be more frequent. There's going to be 3 of us on some of them, there's going to be me on some of them, and there's going to be me and my son on others. So we're going to be getting up to all sorts of different stuff. This is the start of the kit. I do need a lot more, and I will upgrade it as we go. But like I say, at the minute we're starting with nothing, and this is all new to me. I've slept in the car once. We've done a stealth camp in the car, me and my son, when we went to Thor's Cave and met the lads, and they obviously stayed in their vans. But yeah, go and check their channels out. If you like what you see here, I mean, go back and check the other videos. This might be a bit boring, just me showing you a few bits and pieces that I'm getting for the adventures. But like I say, then I can show you how it's going to improve the better stuff I get. I did have a company contact me, and I'm supposed to be getting a gimbal to review for them. So if that turns up, or when that turns up, I shall do a review on that. Yeah, and apart from that, I say it's a bit windy today, so I'm hoping the sound on this isn't too bad. But apart from that, I hope to see you soon.
Knight's Life. Subscribe to it. He's a lovely lad, they're a lovely family, it's a lovely life, and he's a lovely man. Subscribe to him.